Hello, welcome back. For today's video, I'm going to be testing out the, I think it's Elroel, where is it? There. E-L-R-O-E-L, Elroel foundation stick. This is a Korean beauty foundation stick. Comes off white, and then as you blend it in, it's got pigment pearls in it. They disperse and then it becomes a colour foundation. Quite a few products like this on the market. I've tried most of them, to be honest with you. The one that I so far have enjoyed the most is the Marauder foundation. Really beautiful, and the finish of it is stunning, really nice, lasts really well too. But this one is a stick. Now normally I love a foundation stick, so it'll be interesting to see how this wears. Now I will say straight off the bat, it has 3 foundation shades and they are pretty light, like really light, to be quite honest with you. So the shade range for this is poor. I will say it's really poor. At the time of filming this, I don't know if they'd expanded or whatever, but looking at the website, I can't see that anywhere. This is on their actual website as well. So yeah, this has gone really viral, you know, as most things like this do when they've got a bit of a gimmick to them on most platforms, to be quite honest with you, because it's a white foundation, is it? And then it blends out. But yeah, I don't know how good it is. I haven't really seen any proper reviews of it. So this claims to be a blank cover cream stick. Stick foundation, that's all it says on the packaging. Discover flawless full to medium coverage base makeup with Elroel's blank cover cream stick V White, the perfect all-in-one foundation stick and skincare stick designed for UK skin and lifestyle. Okay. Brightening, wrinkle care, UV protection. What has it got in it? SPF wise, I can't actually see anywhere on the website or on the packaging what SPF it's actually got in it. All it says on the website is UV protection 3 in brackets PA 3+. I've no idea what that means, never seen that before, so make of that what you will. Why you'll love it. Multitasking magic transforms from a hydrating lifting cream into a beautifully smooth foundation that adapts to your skin tone for a flawless finish. They never adapt to your skin tone. I don't know why it says that. It's just a colour that just changes when you put it on. On the go perfection because it's in a stick, boosted with British loved ingredients, French collagen, volufiline, desert plant extract, flower oil, weather ready formula designed to stay fresh and flawless despite the UK's unpredictable weather. I don't know why it's really hemming in on UK. Visible results, improved skin firmness, smooths fine lines and lifts jaw contours in just 2 weeks, backed by clinical testing. This is weird. I'm not gonna lie, I bought it because I just really wanted to try it. I've seen so many mixed reviews on it and I wanted to try it for myself. But looking at their website, it's got some really bold claims on there. And I'm really unsure as to where they're really hemming in on the UK audience. I find that so odd. Okay, right, let's put it to the test then. So this is what the product itself looks like. So we've got this kind of silver metallic-y bit here in a triangle shape. On this end, there is a little stubby triangle brush like that. It is it's quite firm. I'll see how I get on. And then on this end, we have the foundation. Just wind it up a bit for you. So yeah, as you can see, it's like a clayish sort of stick formula in white. And then, as I say, when you blend it out, yeah, if I can get in really close, there we go. You can see there, it's got these like little pigment pearls. It looks a bit gritty. And when they disperse, they release the colour of the actual foundation. So I went for the middle one, but I don't know if this is going to be too light, you know. I should have gone for the deep one. I would never choose deep. And it certainly doesn't look deep in the pictures, that's for sure. Right, nice and close, hair out the face. So I've just prepped my skin as I always do. I haven't done anything different. And what I'm going to do, I think, is do one side with the brush and one side with my hand. Because I've seen people use it both ways and the hand actually seems to work better. So let's do this side, whoops, sorry, with the brush. So can you see, it's literally white. Wow, not gonna lie, it's a bit scary. So I'm gonna take the brush that comes with it and then blend that out. Yeah, the Marauder one I was talking about is a Sea Beauty brand, and oh, itchy nose. Oh, hay fever season is coming. Yeah, and that one, whoops, has, oh God. And that one has a much better shade range as well. I think I'm going to put that into a full face of first impressions soon. I'll try and incorporate it somehow. Unless you want to do, want me to do a separate video on it, I don't mind. But yeah, it's actually really nice. Anything I will say is where I keep obviously pushing with it, it's pushing this off, which is pretty annoying. It's very pale. Like even blended out, I mean, you can see here, look, it has changed colour, but it is very, even for me, it's really, look, it's really pale. I will just take that down my neck. Do you know what? It's not that bad once it's blended. I've got this really prominent red patch here. So once we go over that and then I get it to the rest of my neck, it's not that bad, to be honest with you. It's quite a nice glow. Okay, let's be a bit more positive here. It's not awful, it really isn't. Right, I'm just gonna take my sponge and just press it into my skin, because I always do. It's habit more than anything. I just find that if you get any like brush strokes or anything in your foundation and you do this, it just, you know, gets rid of them basically. And I find that it helps to push it into my skin more. It's not actually that bad, is it? It's not as pale as I thought it was going to be. Once it's blended, it does look really scary when you first put it on and it's like that bright white on your face. But actually it's got a really nice finish. I really love the glow. And it's kind of like, it's not a greasy glow, it's glowy in the right places. Like where I'd naturally, you know, the sun would hit my face and you get that beautiful glow from it. Right, I'm just gonna pop a bit on my head as well. So I'm just gonna pretty much do half of my face so we can see both sides, and then I'll do the other side with my hand. I will say, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the brush, because it is so dense, I'm not really one to kind of drag the product around my face. I prefer to kind of blend it into my face, like I do swirly and then patting motions. I feel like you can't really do that with this because it's so dense. It's almost impossible, like even after you've got to blend it to start off with, because you know, you've got to pop the balls. But yeah, once it's like that, you can't like go over and press it in with the brush. It's too firm for that. But I do really like the shape of it. It's quite good, you know, for like getting around the brows and in those little kind of crevice areas like around the nose and that. It's actually yeah, quite handy for that. Right, so side by, I haven't done any of my nose, I'll do that at the end, but side by side. So this is the side that I've done. I actually think it looks really nice, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think it would. When I first started, I thought, yeah, this isn't blending out right. It looks super pale. But once it does start really blending into the skin, I don't know if it oxidizes slightly, but yeah, it actually looks really quite lovely. And I think the key to something like this is don't plaster it on. Just use a little bit, build it up if you want to, but just use a little bit and see how you go. And then, you know, take it from there. But yeah, so with compared to without, and then front on, the two sides together. See, it looks really pale compared to this side when I look front on, but then when I look to the side and you can see it compared to my neck, it actually looks really good. So I think once I've done this side, you'll see better. But first impressions, I actually think it looks pretty decent. Let's see what it's like then with my hand. So again, I'm just going to do the same amount. What did I do? 4. And then take my clean hand. Now, can you see? You can really tell when you blend it with your hand. See, that looks darker than that side now. Does it? I think it does. I don't think it actually breaks up as well with the brush, you know. If that's the case, I'll go over the whole lot with my hand. I feel like it needs that warmth from the hand, you know, to kind of, as I say, break it up, if that makes any sense. What I mean is, like, you know, separate them pearls. I I think with your hand and that warmth. Yeah, see, that looks so much better, doesn't it? Oh, wait, in person, wow, that is stunning. Like looking in my mirror, that looks so good on that side. And the colour is really nice. It's got a bit more warmth to it. It's like I am cool toned, but I do like, especially like in the cooler months, the warmer months, I do like to add a bit of warmth. I'm just going to put a little bit more just to even it out. But with my hand, it is so much better. Okay, so all on now. I love it. Love it. First impressions, really, really like it. Much prefer it with my hand, and going forward I will definitely not use the brush. I'll go straight in with my hands, add that bit of warmth to it, and yeah, get a much nicer finish as well as colour, because I feel like the finish with my hand, it's almost, you know what I was saying before about I like to really press it into my skin, especially with enlarged pores as well. Yeah, it looks really beautiful on the skin. It really does. Let me get really close for you. So yeah, can you see? I feel like it's really evened out my skin tone. It looks more even. You know, I don't have really any blotchiness, but it still looks like my skin. There's no cakiness. Like even around the nose, look. No cakiness whatsoever. I know a lot of people say, you know, they don't want skincare in the makeup. And don't get me wrong, when I see hyaluronic acid and niacinamide on everything, it does get a bit boring. But I do feel like I can actually feel that it's got skincare in it, if that makes sense. You know, it feels like it's like the ingredients are doing something to my skin. I know that won't make any sense whatsoever. Probably think I'm going mad, but yeah, it feels very skincare-y is what I'm trying to say, but as well as obviously giving that bit of coverage. Oh, I love it. I think that is beautiful. Be interesting to see how it wears throughout the day. But yeah, I say first impressions, amazing. Okay, so I'm just going to pop the rest of my base makeup on, going very light today. Just going to start off with my bronzer. So this one is the HMB Cosmetics Glossy Skin Bronze Tint. And I have the shade 04. Then going on with a bit of blush. And this one is from the Flower Nose Sweetie Bear collection, and this is shade 5. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of highlighter. This is the Merit Beauty Day Glow highlighter in the shade Carver. Very lastly, the tiniest amount of powder. And this one is the NYX Wonder Snatch Loose Powder in the shade Peach Posse, which is number 3. Do you know what? I've had this ages, and a little pot of this goes a very long way. This is the only one I've bought, and it's lasted me forever. I don't use much powder though, I only use the tiniest amount. So yeah, they do tend to last me like about a year anyway. Right, okay, so that's all my makeup now done. As I said, I was gonna go very minimal today. I've got a little bit of mascara there, a little dot. So I'll give you a quick close up before with the makeup done. So yeah, it's layered over it really well, actually, really well. Nice, very natural. Yeah, kind of like, you know, when they say your skin but better. Yeah, it's kind of that kind of foundation really, but nicely buildable as well, because as you saw on this side, because I went on that side with my hand, which I felt gave me a bit more coverage. On this side I went over again and used my hand, and yeah, I didn't get any problems with you know, building it up at all. It was really nice. So yeah, very, very happy with that. I think that's lovely. So the time is now 11:38 in the morning. Oh, 39, it's just changed. So I'm gonna give it as long as possible. I normally try and give it about 7-8 hours. Yeah, so I'll try to get maybe more, you never know. And I'll try and get a couple of check-ins in as well for you throughout the day and see how it's going. But yeah, so far, I really like it. So it's been about 3 hours now. Yeah, it's holding up really well, actually. It's quite nice to show you in the natural light as well. So that's how we're looking. Nice and glowy still, but you know, not too glowy, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's not actually like on my wrinkles, my wrinkled forehead, it's not actually like settled into my fine lines, or they're quite deep nowadays, but into my lines quite as much as it normally would, actually. Maybe because I went a bit more light-handed with it. You know, I didn't feel I needed quite as much. But yeah, no, so far so good. So it's been about 5 hours now. It's I'm just about to start dinner. It's nearly 5 o'clock. So this is how we are looking. Still looks really good, doesn't it? I'm really impressed. My nose has gone a bit red because I've had a runny nose. It's quite chilly today. So when I went out earlier, my nose was quite runny and I kept, you know, cuffing it. So yeah, that's come off a little bit there, but that's why. But everywhere else, it still looks really good. I'm so impressed with it. It doesn't look greasy. It doesn't look oily. Normally by now it would start, especially like on my T-zone, it would start to look really oily, but it doesn't at all. It just looks like healthy skin. Well impressed. So it's now been around 8 hours. So I'll show you there just before 8 o'clock. And apart from being a little bit shiny in areas, well, more than a little bit, to be honest with you, it's still looking like really good. It's all intact and everything. So again, I'll give you a close up. Can see kind of, you know, I'm looking pretty oily. So there, but can you see it does still look pretty good. So around here, see I'm quite oily around here as well. I haven't put any powder on or anything. And then my forehead. But you know, if I wasn't doing a wear test and I was just to add a little powder, then it would look absolutely fine. But obviously, because I was doing this, I didn't want to do that, so I could show you exactly how it was like, what it was like. But yeah, overall, very happy with it. I think it's really nice, and I'm definitely going to reach for it often. I think it's a beautiful foundation. Very surprised, actually. I had no idea what it was going to be like, to be honest. Yeah, I didn't have high hopes, I'll be completely honest with you. But yeah, it's pretty good. So as always, I will link the product in the description box below for you, along with the discount code as well. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And I'd really appreciate it. It means the absolute world to me. If you did enjoy watching this video and you would like to see more content from me in the future, and you would like to subscribe to my channel. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye.